What's going on, everybody? I'm out here for a slightly windy evening walk, and I was thinking about one of the central teachings that people get or read about in manifestation / the law of attraction. And that teaching is, first of all, that you are manifesting 24/7, and secondly, the world arranges itself to your current state of consciousness. All of reality is just a perfect mirror of who you are being on the inside, your current state of identity. There is partial truth to that. There is also some metaphysical overreach, a little bit of an exaggeration. I'll touch on that in this video. Here are the parts that are true. Whatever you place your attention on, especially internally, the more likely it is you're going to become that thing. A little Machiavellian wisdom here. Those people who berate themselves consistently on the inside and view themselves as weak, and in turn convey weakness to the outside world and are vying for other people's attention. Even if you don't do it very loudly, others are going to pick up on that, and they're going to treat you accordingly. So this idea that the world around you arranges itself to meet you where you are, that's partially true, because people essentially do that. They pick up on the way that you treat yourself. Either consciously or subconsciously, it is a communicable thing. However, the idea that the whole world, all inanimate and animate objects, arrange themselves to meet you at your current state of consciousness, your current frequency, or your vibration, probably not true. I wouldn't look too deeply into that. And that's fine, because with the information I've given you, that is enough. It is still true that if you change yourself on the inside, you will see a marked difference in your external environment. It's just not for the woo-woo metaphysical reasons you might have been taught with regards to the law of attraction. And furthermore, those who, circling back to the people who treat themselves poorly, you're more likely to subject yourself to clinical depression doing this. And as I have touched on before in my previous videos, depressed people literally see less of the world. And by extension, that means that if you treat yourself poorly, you are going to miss out on opportunities that would better your life. You would miss out on things that otherwise you would have picked up on if you were in a, for lack of a better word, happier state. So, in a sense, and I'm not saying that trying to just, be dismissive to people who have depression or anxiety, because they're very, very real conditions. But it all starts with your self-talk, I would say. Yes, there is technically a chemical imbalance in people with depression and anxiety and whatnot, especially those who have had it for a long time, like I used to. But people like me are also living proof that when you change your inner dialogue, you can absolutely step out of the depressive or anxious state if you hold dear to it for long enough. So, does the world arrange itself to meet you where you are in life? I'd say yes and no. Catch you in the next video.